What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 87, and we start today's episode off by going after a new signing, and as you can see, it's this guy right here. Rolando Mandragora of Udinese might become our 10th and perhaps final signing with Roma in the first transfer window. And in the outro of the last episode, I discussed it very briefly. I teased that I said this could be the bargain of the series, and certainly the best deal of the window, no doubt about that, because this guy is valued at £29.5 million, because he's 26 years old yet 84 rated with medium high work rates, a fantastic player. However, we didn't need to go after him with Udinese. We could just give them a bit of money and say you can't say no to this deal. And why is that? Because he had a release clause of just £19 million. Udinese never managed to get rid of that release clause that Mandragora had, an insanely low release clause. We went straight to Mandragora. We said forget about negotiating with your parent club, it's already taken care of. We've given him the £19 million via bank transfer. We don't need to worry about going through the negotiations. If you want to sign for us, let's do it now. Let's do it over dinner. And he does. A 5-year deal agreed with Rolando Mandragora for just £19 million. His release clause and his stats are absolutely fantastic. 89 dribbling, 88 reactions, 87 stamina. You know I love that. With the medium high work rates as well. Mandragora is in, and as the replacement for Diawara, who's just left a Schalke, he's 3 ratings better than Diawara, despite being the same age at 26 years old. I think this guy could play as a ball-playing centre-back as well. I really do. I think he's got the stats to do that, with 82 defending, 83 physical, and also some good passing stats on as well, 80 for passing stat right now. 3-star, and a fantastic signing right there. And again, you definitely say the bargain of the transfer window thus far. Mandragora in, he's the same overall as Tonali, however I will be starting Sandro, having Mandragora coming off the bench, but I'm very happy with that signing right there. And again, for £19 million, it's the bargain of the season thus far, and you'd say, depending on how he does, it could well prove to be the bargain of the series, an absolute steal for Rolando, and that's what it was a steal. We stole him from Udinese by activating his dirt cheap release clause, buzzing for it, and in he comes. But following that, we did sell Fusato, our third choice goalkeeper, and also Maxime Gonlons turned down the first offer, and we accepted a new one here with New York Red Bulls, as Steven Nzonzi is still negotiating with Aston Villa for a possible return to life in English football. And after the sales of those two players there, we've got about £9 million remaining in our budget right now, but I'm not going to make any new signings just yet. I'll hold on to the cash for the time being until a good deal becomes available in this transfer window, or perhaps hold on to the money until January. Who knows? Maybe we're done for signings, because we have spent over £300 million on 10 new players. When we agreed to take over at the Stadio Olimpico, the Roma board said to me, what we want from you is a rebuild. We want you to rebuild this side, because right now we're teetering on the edge of collapse with 21 players out of contract come the end of the season, lots of aging and senior players here, and no real club identity. We want you to rebuild this side and bring in an Italian core like you did with a British core at Sheffield United. And they gave us the green light to basically do whatever we wanted, and I'm so glad with what we have done in this first window. 10 new players coming in, over £300 million spent on the new boys as well. We've got Shaw, we've got Romagnoli, we've got Tonali, we've got Orsolini, and we've got Tony. That's 5 new players going into our first 11 for the new season. So 5 of those 10 are already going to be right in the starting 11. And then, of course, we've got some bench players coming in as well, which I'm really excited for the new season too, such as Pellegrini and Pinamonti, and, of course, the new man in Mandragora as well. I'm just really excited for this first season with Roma. You know, we were asked to rebuild the side. We've done most of the work in the first transfer window. There's still more work to be done with this Roma side, but I love the way it's shaping up for our first season. As I discussed it when we took over, this side was on the verge of collapse. It was ready to implode with 21 players out of contract and quite a lot of aging players as well. Well, I've got to be honest here, we've laid down the blueprint and the groundwork in the first transfer window, and I love what we're building with this Roma side in the first season. It should be a great first campaign with the side, and I can't wait to get going. So just for the first game of the season, away against Napoli at the Stadio San Paolo, I did give some contracts to a few players. Their deals are coming at the end of the year. Zaniolo, Brian Cristante were 2 midfielders that both got new deals. I think they both signed 3-year deals here with Roma, and didn't take wage increases either. Timothy Fosu-Mensah, the Dutch defender, also agreed to sign a new contract extension as well, as did Paul Lopez, our goalkeeper and perhaps captain with Roma? But in the comment section down below today, guys, what I want you guys to do is let me know who should be captain in this Roma team. As you'll see, we managed to reduce player wages by 90 grand a week following selling all of those senior players who were on very high contracts here and cutting a few players out that were also expiring come the end of the season as well. So in the comment section down below today, guys, who should be the captain with Roma in our first season in charge of Stadio Olimpico? Because I don't know. I've given it to Paul Lopez to begin with because at 28 years old, he is, I believe, the oldest player he's the joint oldest player alongside Romagnoli in the first 11. And he's also been here since we came in as well. He's been at Roma for several years now. So I've given it to him for the time being. But in the comment section down below, I want your advice. Who should be the captain of this Roma team for our first season? Because I genuinely don't know who it should be. So the first game of the season will indeed be away in Naples at the Stadio San Paolo against Napoli. So a very tough game for me to make my debut as Roma manager, with 5 players making their debuts as well. And in Romagnoli's case, it's of course going to be a second debut for Alessio, lining up as part of our back 4. Or as you can see, I've tweaked the 4-2-3-1 narrow. That's the formation we'll be starting off with in this Roma team, with 2 inside forwards, with Tony playing as an inside forward, a new role for Ivan, starting as an inside forward on the left hand side, with Zaniolo on the right hand side as an inside forward on the right, cutting in to shoot on his left foot, with Orsolini playing through the middle to begin with, although I might swap those 2 roles around as the season goes on. And of course up top, Patrick Cutrone will lead the line in this Roma team, and we've pushed Shaw and Calabria up as wing backs as well. So we're making major changes to this Napoli side. We're changing the identity of the team, and as we start the season off away at the Stadio San Paolo, away in Naples against Napoli, a tough game for us to make our debut. It's going to be a live one. I hope you guys enjoy it. Can we get off to a winning start in charge of Roma and get the 3 points on match day 1 in the Serie A? Let's find out. Forza Roma. Romagnoli comes out of position to win that. Well done. And we'll just get the ball on the ground for a minute here and pass out from the back. Obviously with this Roma side playing this new formation here, I do want to be a pass-heavy side, try and dominate possession if I can. With the Blades, we were more sort of like quick in our play, getting the ball down the flanks, looking for counter-attacks. But with this Roma team, I want to be more about possession, playing neat and tidy football and keeping hold of the ball. That's what we've been working on in training in pre-season. That's how we'll start the season off. Rocha through to Tony, and Tony's got a lot of room here to gallop into down left hand side. Now he's got more pace than Jorginho, that's for sure. And Tony's away. He's got Med arriving. One is Orsolini. Oh, lovely. Zaniolo! Oh! How has he missed the target? What a chance for Roma to go in front. And Zaniolo has just put the ball wide with the goal gaping. How has he missed the target from there? Now I know he's a left-footed player, and that was on his weaker right foot, but to miss the target with that sort of chance, we won't get a better one than that all game long. That should have been 1-0 Roma. So second half set to begin here in Naples. Still deadlocked at 0-0. I'd say it was quite a lacklustre first half, really. Neither side created that many chances. Napoli are yet to register a shot in the game. So I'm going to up the tempo in the second half. We've had slightly more of the ball in this game. I'm going to play a bit of a faster pace now in the second 45. And see if we can get some chances here and get ourselves some goals and get ourselves the win. The first chance could fall early with Shaw with lots of room to cross. You know his crosses are great. That's a good deep post delivery. And the header by Zaniolo is easily caught by Benitez. But yeah, let's spread the play a little bit, get the wing backs involved and get some more chances. Come on. This is the one problem of playing wing backs pushed further forward. There are going to be some chances for our opponents here when they're pushed up the pitch, as we will be playing a bit of a higher defensive line in the second half. But as we're still deadlocked at 0-0, I must say defensively in this game we have been absolutely brilliant, so solid. But I do see Napoli getting at least 1 or 2 chances in the second half, as Jorginho plays a lovely through ball to Yunus. He's onside there and Ferry gets it away. Defensively today we have been an absolute brick wall. And from that as well, we're going to break here. Cutrone finds Orsolini. He'll need a teammate. Shows off his skills and finds Tonali. Tonali to Orsolini as we look for a slower build-up here towards the Napoli goal. Lovely touch by Orsolini to beat his man. He's away here. He's away. What a solo run by Orsolini! And Benitez turns it behind for a corner. What a lovely run by our new number 11. And a fantastic save by Benitez. Keeps it goalless. Still, Romagnoli controls on the chest and is tackled by Kenny Tate, and Napoli will clear. Definitely there's going to be more chance in this game. Surely someone is going to break the deadlock. I'll be so annoyed if we don't get a goal to win this game, because we have been the better team out there, no question. But Napoli will get some chances in the second half, surely, as they look for one right here. Romagnoli on his heels. Oh, great through ball. Paul Lopez with the save. And Roma will scramble. 24 minutes to go. Surely someone's going to get a goal and win this game here. So just put on Diaz for Cutrone. And what I'm going to do is now operate Ivan Toney as our main out-and-out striker, as Diaz will fill in on the left wing. There's 22 minutes to go. I'm trusting Ivan here, the back-to-back Golden Boot winner in the Premier League. Shaw down left. Plays it in, a golden chance here, Diaz, and there he is. Oh, there he is. It's perfect. He's not going to miss. He's through one-on-one, and he's announced himself in the Serie A. Ivan Toney, with 19 minutes to go, gets his first goal in a Roma shirt. 1-0 to the visitors, and Ivan Toney is here in the Serie A. 1-0, and there's our breakthrough. Lovely through ball. Toney in behind the back line. One-on-one, you put your house on him to finish that. The shocker with a goal on his debut. Napoli 0, Roma 1, and there's the breakthrough. And is that it? It is indeed. It's all over. The final whistle blown in Naples, and it's all over. 1 game, 1 win, and for Ivan Toney, 1 goal on his debut as well. Roma get the 3 points in my first game in charge. We had to grind out the victory. Not our best performance, but defensively, we were brilliant. I wanted the clean sheet, we got it. We get the 3 points too, and the boys, Toney and Shaw, embracing there. 1-0 the final score, a winning start in charge of Roma. So a fantastic start to our career with Roma. A win on match day 1 away against Napoli, a clean sheet in the bag, and Ivan Toney off the mark on his Roma debut as well. Odds on him winning the Golden Boot for the first time in his first Serie A stint. Well, after back-to-back Golden Boots in the Premier League, let's just say he's definitely going to be one of the favourites to do it. But that will end today's episode of Career Mode, guys. So big thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Don't forget, we'll have our 4th and final episode of the weekend coming out tonight, where we'll have 2 more games against Bologna and also our first home game at the Stadio Olimpico against, guess who? Lazio. Can you believe it? How fitting is that? Lazio in the derby for our first game at the Stadio Olimpico. Look forward to that. It should be fantastic. And I'll see you for the next episode very soon. So much love, guys. Have a great day. And I will see you for it later on tonight.